And now for a taste of things to come.
Tonight, we are once again live as we bring you total non-stop action, the continuation in the coverage of the first ever Knockouts World Television Championship Tournament. This is Thursday Night Impact, and we kick things off with the face of the franchise, Moose, teaming up with Elijah, taking on the clown and court gesture of TNA Wrestling, Flop, Dollar, and Kazarian. With that being said, folks, welcome in once again to Simple Apple Studios, and welcome into our coverage of TNA Thursday Night Impact. Hello, everybody, and welcome back in here once again to the Simple Apple Studios. You know what this is, for I am the Simple Brand, the voice of the rest of us, for we're grateful for all things professional wrestling. Damn it, and my name is Noah Foster. So thank you all for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, comment, tell friends. We're getting the action immediately underway here with our bench warmer match with the clown and gesture of TNA Wrestling as Elijah and Kazarian tie up. Still to come tonight, our itinerary is this. The Knockouts opening rounds of the Knockouts Championship Tournament will conclude as the Spark Jada Stone takes on the sister Alisha Edwards. And of course, in our last match, Elayna Black will take on NXT's Wendy Choo. Also to come tonight, we will hear from the system and the state of the X Division and the X Division Championship following Cedric Alexander's successful defense last week against Vidi Vici, Fabian Eichner. And of course, we know that Ricky Sosa and Leon Slater have been targeted by the system, but also been stopping the system every chance that they have gotten. So we'll see what the system has in store for those men and so much more next, later tonight. Also, the TNA World Championship will be on the line as the wanted man Nick Nemeth looks to remove Case Nevarro from his life once and for all, defending against somebody that looked up to him as a hero and his idol. Nick Nemeth puts the TNA World Championship on the line in an all-or-nothing effort against Casey Nevarro. Where Casey loses, he's removed from Nick Nemeth's life altogether, period. Simple as that. And in our main event, the Righteous Deletion will occur from the Hardy compound for the TNA World Tag Team Champions as the Righteous have been invited to the Hardy compound to take on the Broken Hardys, Brother Nero, and of course, Broken Matt Hardy, where we see if someone truly will be dead once and for all. As you see, flop dollar, flop up and over the top rope with the knee strike. As a cover by Kazarian trying to take advantage on Elijah, gets a 2 count here. And I'm definitely ready for it, Brando. And Brando, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you to everybody that's tuning in, by the way. Again, if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, comment, tell a friend. And if you want to dictate the conversation, super chat, people that pass, as simple as that. Oh, man, what a knee by Elijah, clocking Kazarian on the jaw. Catching Kazarian off that slingshot off the ropes like an anti-air raid missile. Both men look for the tag. Tag made to Moose, and of course, tag made. And it looks like Flopdown was nothing to do with Moose after last week. After Moose, of course, nearly beat this man before Kazarian got upset with popcorn being tossed out of his hand and caused qualification. And a massive choke slam. Full senton by the face of the franchise, crushing this wannabe king of TNA. Moose on fire, but Flop Dollar from behind. AJ Francis, of course, taking advantage. Of course, we saw AJ Francis and Kazarian have right now made a common enemy out of Moose, where Moose says, anyone who wants to face me, come after me. Overshot the slingshot plunge, wiping out AJ Francis against the timekeepers area. Now scouting Kazarian, 3-point stance, looking for the spear. Oh, man, got the knee up, though. And a backstabber by Kazarian, taking advantage. Files up off the ropes. Slams in with the sliding lariat. Now, once again, up the second slingshot. Turn around, leg drop across the throat. Covered now by Kazarian on moves and a kick out at 2. Someone tell me, regardless of the results of this match, Tack, we are going to get Moose versus Kazarian for the first time ever. Matt Helms, good to see you once again. I'm doing very well. Glad to be, of course, the voice for y'all here tonight, keeping you in tune as a blind conduit towards Impact Wrestling, tag named by Moose to Elijah. And, of course, Charles will always be the #1 roadie to Elijah as he walks with him every Thursday night. We are walking with him now as Elijah has TNA World Championship ambitions in his path down the line. And right now, Elijah, who, of course, previously beat Flop Dollar at Slammiversary to, of course, regain his intellectual property, taking advantage of the early going, looking to walk this way across the ropes as Timu Slick gets involved. Up in the fireman's carry, dead fire driver by Flop Dollar. Not like this. You gotta be kidding me. Trying to advantage and dead, so damn it. Francis and Kazarian wins thanks to that freaking poor imitation of a manager. Bloody hell. And that just tells me that this feud on the back of a boil's end is going to continue as Moose is still jaw-jacking Kazarian at ringside. But either way, last week as he got disqualified, right now Moose going, not to wait a minute, what the hell is this Timu Slick doing with Elijah's guitar? I knew he was faking an injury, now trying to tee up here, and Moose is going to show you exactly what it means to hit a sour note. Oh, and a headbutt! Give this man a real freaking neck injury, Elijah! Go to hell! Highwayman's farewell, Tombstone Pile Driver. So much for your manager, Flop Dollar. Next time, invest in somebody that actually has a neck and a backbone. I gotta admit, that hat looks pretty good on Elijah, though. And Moose, of course, giving Elijah back his guitar. As looks like he might play taps to his grave, and I don't blame him. Well, maybe after that Tombstone Pile Driver Brando, he won't be banned from ringside, but he'll be removed from TNA, because they're going to have to scrape him off the mat. Kazarian's still running from Moose like the coward he is, and of course, AJ Francis still very pissed off against a very irate Elijah as we walk this way. Well, now that bathroom break's over, again, still to come tonight for those that are just tuning in right now to TNA. TNA World Championship to be on the line, and we will witness a righteous deletion. Dig what I'm saying, man. When the Tag Team Championships are on the line. Also, we will clown out the quarterfinals as Jada Stone takes on Alisha Edwards. Of course, Jada Stone, the Spark, previously had fallout with, of course, the Order 4 and Mustafa Ali. But coming up next, Elayna Black already has christened herself the best there's going to be. Elayna Black looks to make her first step towards history. After the commercial break, Elayna Black takes on Wendy Choo. Who punched the ticket to quarterfinals? We will find out here soon, and I will return back to you when TNA comes back from this commercial break. Fuck this service. And we return here backstage with the Order 4 and their new Secretary of Strategic Operations. As Mustafa Ali says, today is a great day. As of course Mustafa Ali says, there will be an internal roster vote to determine who is next to challenge for his TNA International Championship. As they have a ballot box, an extra muscle to monitor the ballot box. Really? Anyone on the active roster, but you're going to vote one time, and you can't vote for yourself. Other than that, may the best man win. Okay. And we are back here to actual business inside the Impact Zone. As I said, welcome back in, folks. We go to the lovely Mackenzie Mitchell inside the ring as the TNA Knockouts inaugural Knockouts Television Championship Tournament continues here. All right. Now, the only reason I'm here tonight, let's get this thing going. Respect women in wrestling. And of course, Wendy Choo, for those that remember at a bygone life, not the first time we've seen her cross the line, but it is the first time we're seeing her cross the line since she was buried in the undead realm, courtesy of Rosemary, and has woken fully back to regular life. Of course, Wendy Choo, previously, of course, you might know her as Karen Q. She also was previously the WWE Evolve Women's Champion. Highly accomplished individual in martial arts, of course. Also a background in volleyball. It's nice to finally see Karen Q, Wendy Choo, come to light to cross line for the first time ever in TNA. New look, new attitude. What perfect way to come back in to make history, becoming the first ever Knockouts Television Champion. And again, folks, keep in mind, the winner of this tournament will not only hold on to this title and be the first one to hold it, it will only be showcased and defended on weekly TNA Impact television. As, of course, we saw NXT's Via Hale advance last week against Harley Hudson. In a bygone life, Cora Jade and a bygone life, Wendy Choo used to have multiple matches against each other. This is the first time ever we're seeing this Wendy Choo take on Elayna Black. And Elayna Black, of course, comes in with all the confidence in the world and momentum following her win in that triple threat at Slammiversary on the countdown, win this tournament, and this championship was announced by TNA Hall of Famer Tracy Brooks. Elayna Black saying she's the only one that matters in this Knockouts division. Going TNA to become a champion. One way or the other. Calls herself the only one. Is she the only one that should be part of the conversation? The only one that should be considered to hold this title? Well, till you get one step closer, she has to go through Wendy Choo. And of course, Elayna Black doesn't give a damn about any individuals from the past. If Kono would tab here, because quote unquote, all they did was reserve a spot for me. Here's the updated bracket, by the way, for you folks. Again, Thea Hale qualified last week, as well as, of course, M by Elegance. The winner of this match will have M by Elegance in the quarterfinals. Again, win and you're still in, lose and you're done. If this match goes to a time limit, though, which I haven't seen yet or considered, I got to imagine both individuals will be eliminated, or this match would probably be thrown out or turned into a triple threat. Again, I guess Daria Ray and Santina Morella are going to have to figure that out, because the funny thing is, since Daria Ray arrived in TNA, her first act of business was signing Elayna Black as a TNA knockout. And swing and a miss, we'll see how well these two still know a thing or two from each other, despite their change in identities. And of course, Wendy Choo coming fully to light and is no longer sleeping, now fully awake. Bringing, of course, her martial arts background, blah, blah, background to play. Still the kind of night, Jada Stone versus Lisa Edwards. I still say, though, very much when this tournament was made, it's got to stay in-house DNA. And I do think Elayna Black, for as much moxie as her over-glorified ego is showing more than Nikki Storm, glad she's back on the wrestling scene, I do feel like Elayna Black is the first ballot candidate to seize this title. I really do. Nice takeover there. The cover with the bridge. Hook on the far leg, but Wendy Choo for a 2 count. Yeah, they caught Elayna Black there. Almost caught her off guard. And Wendy Choo impressing everybody here. I feel like cover. Hook on the far leg with a back press. Gets a 2 count again. Elayna Black taking all out of sorts so far here in the early going. Yeah, Elayna Black saying, I don't have time for this. Might be looking to take a powder. And of course, longest match we've seen here, pretty much pretty close to minutes. Oh, taking advantage of Wendy Choo's hanging her up across the second rope. And finally turning things around in her favor here. First time, of course, that Wendy Choo and Elayna Black are facing each other one-on-one, I might add, as again, their identities of what they are now. Jada was a pushover. Elayna Black, far from the sort. And right now, both these women are looking to make history here. Elayna Black, though, looking to leave a mark on Wendy Choo, putting some stank on it with a slap to the tits. And of course, you would be literally, as I always talk about when it comes to first in wrestling, there only can be one first. Whatever happens after that, no one can take that away from you. You are in the record books in Knockout's history if you are the first ones to seize this title through this tournament. And of course, the legacy of Knockouts going back to 2008, the only company in the wrestling freaking world not named Stardom, where a woman could truly be themselves, find themselves, and truly not only knock down, but knock out the competition. Knockout is a cornerstone of the wrestling business since Gail Kim, Taylor Wilde, Awesome Kong, Daphne. Covered now by Elayna, gets a 2 count. List goes on. And of course, TNA Hall of Famer, Mickie James, Hardcore Country. Mustafa Ali versus Ali field manager for... That would be such a waste of time. Mustafa Ali would be embarrassed to be in the ring with that. Mustafa Ali actually does hold himself to a higher standard. I will give him that. Oh, no. An arm across the second rope. A roll up by Wendy Choo. Able to get out of certain into harm's way. Elayna Black taking her down low quickly here. Cover now. Look at the far leg. It's a 2 count again. And so far, Wendy Choo staying in this thing. Of course, this is NXT's last chance to have another name still involved in this inaugural tournament. As, of course, you see with the bracket, we know that India Hartwell will take on Thea Hale. Jody Fret will take on the winner of Alisha Edwards and Jada Stone, so they come tonight. And Mara Sade will take on Heather by Elegance, while the winner of this match will take on M by Elegance as we round the field down to 8 after tonight's matches concludes. Not even letting up right now on Wendy Choo, though, with this sleeper hold, center of the ring, just wearing down on the head and neck. Prime candidates, both worthy of calling themselves champion, in my opinion. Of course, Elayna Black has not been a singles... Oh, man, hard whiplash down the hair. Elayna Black has not been a singles champion since 2025, when she held the AWF Women's Championship for a short span of 23 days prior to... Oh! Of course, after signing the dotted line, now following up with the elbow to the back to cover Elayna Black to the back, gets a 2 counts. And clearly Wendy Choo is not looking to be put to sleep once again inside a TNA ring, especially not this soon in her second coming. The Irish whip, Elayna Black followed in the corner with the running knee. And underneath the jawline, picture perfect. Hard press, look at the far leg, and a 2 count. Able to kick out again. A shout out, by the way, to, of course, all the people that are watching us. Again, please like, subscribe, comment, tell a friend. Subscribe to all the outlets here. This is SR Studios. Follow us at SR Studios 2024 today on the X. Subscribe today to Barry for Wrestling. Subscribe today to Kazarian Studios. And more particularly, subscribe to Rage of Wrestling and get my friend to 300, the reliable one here, who will soon be on the commentary booth once again when we bring you 4AW Redemption this weekend. Able to escape out of the test of strength, and Elayna Black right now eats a forearm by Wendy Choo, trying to mount a comeback, open palm strike, combination offense right now by the outsider. Elayna Black swinging a miss. Elayna Black taking down Wendy Choo off the ropes with the lariat, and again mounting some offense, trying to mount a comeback. Wendy Choo back in the driver's seat. Irish whip reversal, up and over. Hammer locks the arm, and what is this? Oh man! Hammerlock, short range lariat by Wendy Choo. Great transition. Elayna Black's been nothing but rocked Cartwheel forearm in the corner, follows up again from the west side with the running boot to the side of the head. Elayna Blackman on her feet. Snap Mayor, staggered. Big net breaker, follow from a Wendy Choo. This might be it. Now the cover, hook on the far lane to advance in this tournament. Kick out at 2. Somehow still in it. A little bit of frustration, though, might be boiling over after that great fury of offense here by Wendy Choo, who literally steamrolled Elayna Black and took her down with that net breaker. And once again, sense of strength, looking for the full Nelson. Back elbow strike, though, by Elayna, breaking the grip of Wendy Choo here. Pays off, might be looking for that producer. Oh! Black out. Denied with a big front skip. Big boot, though, by Wendy Choo. Creates separation. Now Elayna going up to the second rope. Facing it out from underneath her. Front face lock. DDT direct from the second. That might be enough. Black out for Elayna Black and a night kick out at 2. Somehow I'm going to get the right shoulder up. And these matches, folks, again, do have a time limit. Again, this is the television championship contingency here. All these matches, I believe, have a 15-minute time. If it goes the distance, I don't know what happens to either of these women. Wendy Choo push off of the ropes. Elayna Black, the Irish whip, follows up. Another vicious knee to the midsection here. Again, this has been a very aggressive match. That press hooks the far leg. Kick at 2. Whoa. Elayna Black taking a page out of the Huggers playbook. Considering being a daughter of one AJ Mendez, aka AJ Lee, and how much AJ Lee is a BFF of Bayley, instrumental in the Huggers' career back in her days in NXT. Not surprising the slide, is Bayley a true role model, leader of this business, especially with her Lodestone all-women summit seminars and conferences. Look for the blackout DDT. Able to get it, though. Not able to go for the covers. Wendy Choo rolls out of harm's way to the outside of the ring. Instinct or not, Wendy Choo might be preserving herself here. And you can see the frustration out of Elayna Black. I think she almost said fuck. And right now, though, if I'm Elayna Black, I would just wait inside. I would just take the count out. Everyone could have a count out here. Up to 4. And right now, Elayna Black looking to be the only one that's advancing here. Might not be looking for a count. Might be looking for a statement in a previous life against somebody who had her number for the better part of it. I don't know if this is wise, though, especially considering your history of mental and physical injuries. Looking to follow Showtime as Wendy Choo meets Elayna Black on the ascent. I sense disaster. Going up to meet her and superplex! Hard impacts there of the ring. Elayna Black now rolling away. Feeling the blunt of that landing. Now, Wendy Choo needs to find her way to Elayna Black, who is far on the opposite side of the ring. Still either women's contest. And again, to advance to the quarterfinals, hanging the balance. What? What? Are you kidding me? For the first time in this tournament, and my apologies, these matches have a 10-minute time in the tournament. Both women are eliminated. Elayna Black is out. 5 more minutes. Come on, Team correct this. Someone's got to fix this. You can't have that. You can't have M by L against women to buy. That's bullshit. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Xia Brookside, and of course Xia Brookside did not appreciate Elayna Black's jaw-jacking last week. Who's the knockout now, Elayna? Xia Brookside remind you exactly where I was. Whoa, and Wendy Choo did not appreciate that. For what it was worth, Elayna Black and Wendy Choo had a very aggressive, competitive match. Mutual. Oh, and Xia get with a cheap shot from behind. Taking Wendy Choo down. The only one in this conversation now is Xia Brookside. Again, folks, due to a 10-minute time-limit draw, both women are eliminated. Now, of course, the face of the Knockouts division, Xia Brookside, showing her dark side, once again coming to light, making sure she's the conversation. And only one woman can be on top of this division, and clearly her name is not Elayna Black. But yes, folks, as you see by the updated graphic, it is a draw, which not only means both of them are out, and by Elegance has officially qualified for the semifinals. She's part of the top 4. That is bullshit. That is a horrible call and a horrible freaking update. And of course, mutual respect here as both these women have come so far in a different light. Elayna Black with a handshake, Wendy Choo with a handshake as well. I feel so bad for both these incredible athletes. As Elayna Black, you're not the only one. You're just another one eliminated. Again, folks, this match ends with a draw. Both women are eliminated. Yay, Ali. And it looks like the TNA Knockouts Tag Team Champions are putting their ballots in. I guess even the Knockouts can vote on this. Rich Swan, the cheaper Nemeth, or Timu Nemeth, the cheap tan Nemeth, Ryan Nemeth, and Sid Alexander putting his ballot in. Why do I feel like here, as far as we're going to face Mustafa Ali, like literally, it doesn't really matter? How do I know that ballot box is going to be replaced by Mustafa Ali? Almost ruined the entirety of this whole thing. You should... Someone give me a coffee now. Mustafa Ali right now leaving everybody here. John Schuyler still can. And Mila Moore trying to encourage John Schuyler. Of course, Mila Moore, the newest member of the Order 4. The Secretary of Strategic Operations. Well, as far as the TNA International Chairman, the next challenge goes through the coming night. TNA World Championship will be on the line. Nick Nemeth will defend against Casey Nevarro. Again, if Casey loses, he's out of Nick Nemeth's life forever. And we will go to the Hardy compound where the righteous deletion awaits us here. And again, I will bring you another updated version of the bracket. But it looks like coming up next, the system addresses us on the state of the X Division. That and so much more coming up on TNA Impact after this commercial break. Fuck this service. And of course, the next time outside this tournament we'll be covering TNA Impact is when Lockdown, Lethal Lockdown, is brought back next month, of course. We'll see if the system will be shut down or in lockdown, as it looks like, of course, every match will be involved inside, I imagine, that structure, or we will have some sort of 4-on-4 warfare. That being said, how many times has it been proven that you can beat the system? Eddie Edwards and the system Intel is about to remind us exactly why you try and trust them. The system speaks now as we return here to TNA Impact, and welcome once again, folks, to TNA Impact tonight. Glad you all are with us for the ride. Again, for those that are just now tuning in, we just found out due to the fact that Elayna Black and Wendy Choo 10-minute draw, both are eliminated, and anybody else gets an automatic bye in the semifinals. So Elayna Black will not be the inaugural TNA Knockouts television champion if that was everyone's first ballot pick. Of course, Eddie Edwards, we saw instrumental. He was last week in the X Division Championship match with that Boston knee party hit and hide that led to Cedric Alexander winning with the lumbar check and holding on to still be the face of the X Division. As, of course, Ricky Sosa, Leon Slater have been victims of the system, but also have been viruses, antivirus against the system and their shenanigans. And Nathan, good to see you. And Brendo, I mean, the system is rigged, to be fair, but I can also probably agree with that. Well, it looks like the system's about to take airtime, and that means Alisha Edwards has a mic, so. Do you want to know something? Is that how all Boston trash talks? Yeah, most people make these moments, blah, 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 blah. Until reality hits. Of course, Bear Bronson showed what reality was last week after he beat Ricky Sosa. And to Bear Bronson's credit, it was quite a singles win over Ricky Sosa, but you needed Brian Myers' help with distractions. Ricky Sosa got his back rearranged. And that's why people like Ricky Sosa are nothing more but a catchy song, a meme, a joke. And guys like Bear Bronson are a killer. Put Elayna Black and Wendy Choo on pay-per-view, have them fight for number one contendership for the Knockout Television Championship. I mean, they don't defend the title at pay-per-view, but I don't see why you can't contest for it in a number one contenders match on pay-per-view. Not a bad shout, Brando, and I think both are deserving of it. But after Sarah Brookside's cheap assault of Elayna Black, I think Elayna might have a different target in mind now after what happened. Stay tuned for more on that. I'm just saying. Brian Myers saying that the system are the gatekeepers of TNA. Well, you're definitely a stronger gatekeeper than their president. You seek success, you must go through the system. Unless the survivors is very short. That's Leon Slater. You shouldn't say the youngest in charge's name, considering how he wiped you guys out last week. And of course, the proof's right there. Cedric Center is still the X Division champion by hook and by crook, quite literally. Eddie Edwards saying what we're looking at here isn't just some faction. This is TNA Wrestling's quality control, so that's why the quality of this show has been so bad. We decide who belongs. We, don't you mean you? You've been the one that's redesigned the system 4 times over. Alisha Edwards has her match tonight in the TV title tournament. And that's an opportunity for the system to collect more hardware. Not going to happen. They were somehow Jada Stone. You come out tonight. It may be the very last time you're seeing a TNA ring. Because you're just going to round up just like Ricky Sosa. Being embarrassed. it doesn't look like Ricky Sosa is embarrassed. Looks like Ricky Sosa is here in the Impact Zone. The young Savage might have something to say with all these insults after his incredible effort last week against Bear Bronson, where he nearly beat him on TNA. Beat that and embarrassed. Yeah, you're right. Last week I lost against Bear. At least, you know, he admits it. You know, sometimes you lose, sometimes you win. And I'm newer to TNA. But you gotta understand, you can't keep the young Savage down. And the only reason I lost is because you have Brian on your side. When you turn down join the system, you turn on hammer protection. Eddie Edwards basically instigating Ricky Sosa here. I sense tag team match. Well, Leon Slayer might have something to say about that as well, as he's also been somebody to upset the system. The young is in charge with the young Savage, and we've seen how impressive these two young men are as a tag team with a tag win over the system. You just can't keep your sticking nose to everybody's business. Now, Leon Slater speaking. I've been dealing with you the last few years, and now you've been messing with Ricky Sosa as well. Leon Slater saying, I have Ricky Sosa's back. And these lot can't do nothing without shenanigan, a companion, or a plan. And of course, you wanted one of those to start there and screen getting involved. There's a couple of you there in wrestling attire. And Leon Slater Sosa, we're all set here in wrestling attire. I sense tag match players. Call for a tag match right now. And Edwards right now. We'll touch down that match will happen next week. It's Philadelphia. Yeah. All right, listen. Santino, I'll be listening, yeah. It could happen in Philadelphia and Albany. It could happen on Pluto or Mars. It's going to happen one way or another. With Ricky Sosa and Leon Slayer getting our hands on you and getting the women a bang bang. Well, sounds like Ricky Sosa has backup as Leon Slayer and Ricky Sosa have a vendetta against the system. And it sounds like next week we will see some sort of tag team match with these two against some combination of the system. And quality control my ass. Right now, the quality of this freaking company needs to be reevaluated as a whole. And of course, TNA will be live next week from Philadelphia, PA, the city of brotherly love, where there is no love for the system, but clearly there is love and respect between Leon Slater and Ricky Sosa. Stay tuned for more details on that. Speaking of a love falling out, freaking love fandom relationship, Casey Nevarro bucking up against his idol, Nick Nemeth, as of course we'll see the TNA World Championship being defended. Also, of course, Jada Stone goes one on Alisha Edwards. I expect Alisha Edwards to lose like she always does. But believe it or not, coming up next, get ready for things to get wild. Dig what I'm saying, man? Because we go to the Hardy compound for a righteous deletion after this commercial break when TNA comes back. Fuck the service. And we are back here at TNA. And again, I want to remind you folks, the next time we cover TNA Premium is at Lockdown. TNA Lockdown will emanate from Chicago, Illinois, Sunday, August 23rd. For the first time in a decade, TNA brings back this cage tradition as we got Daria Ray backstage with the Order 4 here to conduct business. And it looks like we are going to see who Mustafa Ali's going to face. Jason Hotch? Interesting. Okay. And Mustafa Ali laughs. Goes out there, all right? The ribbon, Tina's playing a prank on you. I think a lot of people believe that Jason Hotch has a chance to win the international championship. Mustafa Ali, this is all a big sham. We're going to redo this thing. Can you do that for me? Thanks, buddy. Stand up for yourself, Hotch. Mustafa Ali saying, we got from me a number contender, a real number contender. Talk about undermining your own teammates. I mean, for those that don't know, Jason Hotch has an incredible background, might I add, to literally be a singles player, major player, pun intended, in TNA wrestling. I'm just saying, I mean, Jason Hotch, literally, I've seen him wrestle here in IWR, Ronald's promotion up in the bi-state of Michigan. A man disciplined and trained by the likes of freaking Trey Miguel, get well soon, by the way. It's the shout out to the 419. And it's just one of those things right now that I just feel like, okay, seriously, like, what is this? This is an absolute joke. This is, well, like I said, politics is rigged as the freaking public office anymore. But for those that are just now tuning in as I bring you up to speed, let me remind you, coming up next is the Righteous Deletion. The story behind this match goes all the way back to TNA Genesis at the beginning of the year, where we saw the Righteous take on the Hardys for the TNA World Tag Team Championships. And of course, the Hardys won that night, but not before the Righteous says, this is what we wanted, man. This is what we wanted. And the Hardys, even though they were spazzed out, they gave the Righteous what they wanted. And at the end of the day, the Hardys did retain the TNA Tag Team Championships. Since that time, through multiple PLEs, yeah, they did have more PLEs back then, folks, believe it or not. Basically, we've seen the Righteous and the Hardys at one point work together, including against the Order 4. But then there was a mental warfare, fallout, dig what I'm saying. And it really culminated at Rebellion, when Matt Hardy was found incapacitated and bludgeoned and battered by one Dutch, as Vincent teamed with Jeff Hardy that night, and Jeff Hardy was able to actually lose the TNA Tag Team Championships to the system, Bear Bronson and Brian Myers. Following that, the Righteous have been targeting the Hardys, where they said they brought out the best in them, dig what I'm saying, man, and it led to the Hardys becoming broken. So broken to the point they have faced the Righteous in their own Garden of Mischief, including some tainted flower with poison that once incapacitated the man, made him sick. It's a whole thing. And we've also, of course, seen the Hardys regain the TNA World Tag Team Championship back at Slammiversary in the ladder match. Once again, 2 years in a row. Now we find the Hardys fully broken. Brother Nero and Broken Matt Hardy restored across the multiverses to their former glory champions of the verses. And now they've invited the Righteous to their compound to settle this once and for all in what will be the Righteous Deletion. Usually a match that ends at the Hardy compound is the end game overall for the challenging side. So I gotta imagine this is it for the Hardys and the Righteous once and for all. So we get ready to go to the Hardy compound to see if the Righteous are once and for all deleted. With that being said, let me bring you up to speed here as we are just a little bit underneath the halfway point here in TNA Wrestling. Mustafa Ali had an internal roster vote that literally was the ballot, and Jason Hotch was picked. Mustafa Ali called it a joke, so much so that he asked him to go to Daria Ray to get this thing reversed. Now, whether or not that fully happens, And of course, Tasha Steelz does not trust Mia Moore as the new, of course, director of strategic operations. We'll have to wait and see. But it sounds like Jason Hodge might finally break away from Order 4 and maybe upset Mustafa Ali. Imagine somebody trained by Trey Miguel upsetting Mustafa Ali, the man that literally Mustafa Ali took the title from. We'll find out here soon enough as TNA continues. And again, for those that are just now tuning in, Elayna Black and Choo are eliminated from the tournament due to a 10-minute draw and by elegance advanced automatically to the semifinals. Despite the fact that Saya Brookside assaulted Elayna Black from behind and drove her to the steel ring steps, here's an injury report for you. Elayna Black is currently being evaluated by medical. Anyway, as we got another commercial break here, I decided to just bring you all a little bit of a TNA update because I feel like that's the least I owe you all people for those that are tuning in. And of course, Moose right now is currently being evaluated as well. Must have suffered an injury here. It might affect him in in-ring action. Anyway, I hope that you are enjoying the coverage here as we continue covering here the TNA Knockouts television tournament. Again, please like, subscribe, comment, tell a friend if you are enjoying this. Super Chat, Pay Love Passions. It's as simple as that. And again, I'll keep you in tune with all the injury updates and the latest updates and results coming forward here from TNA Impact. And it looks like we are officially heading up the road to the Hardy compound. It is time for the righteous deletion. Yeah, of course, Mike Santana did show up in NXT after the NXT Championship Street Fight and gave Tony Angelo a death stare, despite the fact they really didn't introduce that man. So we'll see what's next for the former realist that wanted to become the standard of TNA if it becomes the standard of NXT. That being said, I just want to see what the hell will be deemed righteous as they enter the Hardy compound. Get ready for anything and everything, folks, and fireworks, and probably Senior Benjamin. As the righteous open the gates to the Hardy's compound and welcome themselves in. All right. So far, so good. Everything blooms better with a little bit of sunshine. What the hell? And apparently they changed time and made it daylight with a tiny shed. Grabbing a wiener dog. Matt Hardy had a premonition. And wants them summoned to the Dome of Deletion. And people wonder why Cinemax died during the pandemic. Oh, boy. I want to see the most extreme of the year so far. This, I don't know, will be extreme, but it will be bizarre. Most extreme I've seen this year so far? That's a good question. Probably Jun Kasai during the Ben Super Juniors run. I haven't seen AEW go to the extreme that quickly. Well, there was that Mile High main event. That might have been pretty extreme now that I think about it. Trying to think what was the most extreme so far this year. Statement Stampede was a little bit extreme. W doesn't know what to be extreme. Yeah, in Section 5, Jacob fought 2-1 against Drew McIntyre, I guess, is something to consider. Anyway. Righteous are waiting for the Hardys inside the Dome of Deletion. That's interesting portal-like light up there. You gotta watch this to believe it, folks. It's our revelation. Reaching up. And Brother Nero and Brooklyn Matt Hardy. I think the Righteous are finally coming face to face. And again, folks, I want to remind you, this is for the TNA World Tag Team Championships. This is a championship match. Are you sure are you sure that's what they're thinking, man? I don't know, man. They might be digging this. The time has come for the righteous deletion. And we got a fight. Both men just teeing off on a freaking Hardy emblem in the middle of a field that makes this field look more normal than a crop circle. Vincent teeing off against Jeff Hardy. Of course, Vincent saying he idoled Jeff Hardy when he was a kid. Or, excuse me, broken brother Nero. Oh, man. Wiped him out with a clothesline off that slanted amount of dirt. And Matt Hardy teeing off against Dutch, the man that literally got bludgeoned by him. What is that? Is that Skarsgård, the dilapidated boat? Well, whatever it is, Dutch just driving Matt's face into it. Jeff from behind, though, taking advantage, as right now Dutch has been isolated against the Hardys. Lost his sunglasses there. Dutch is literally the definition of a wicked colonel. If there was ever a mascot that was evil for KFC, it would be Dutch. A little bit of poetry in motion against a tree. Now, Vincent, is that a broom? Oh, no, that's a shovel. Teeing off against the Hardys midsections here. And the Righteous have taken control of this fight. And I imagine this is still a fight. Turn me on and turn me loose, baby. And what? Well, they were going to drive the boat for the Hardys, and the Hardys teleported themselves. Teleportation to our kindness, brother Nero. The Righteous taking all sorts. And now they're laughing. Maniacally. Snapping themselves. I guess both teams know the power of instant telepathy. It looks like we're inside the Dome of Deletion. The Hardys waiting in the middle of the ring. First time the Hardys have witnessed somebody with the same powers of imagination and teleportation, it seems like. And the Hardys right now squared up, ready for a fight. Referee inside the ring. Referee Dale Spencer. And we got a match going here. And once again, these four men are just teeing off inside here. Vincent once again taking control of Jeff in one corner. Dutch taking the better of Matt Hardy. Of course, the Hardys have not been 100% since the last time they were assaulted or had to deal with the Righteous. Of course, the last time we saw these two was a Righteous Garden match. Cover to Sunshine for a 2 count. Ooh, a big right hand by Dutch. Jeff Hardy just been able to escape that pinfall. Now hoisted up. Drop face first. And the Righteous getting the better of broken Matt Hardy. Might be looking to break him permanently. Irish whip combination. Dutch sidestep by Matt, though. Prevents certain destruction. Again, Jeff right now. And this is just straight up a fight right now with corny music. Great Azaguri catching the midsection. Looking for a twist of fate. Looking for the double clothesline. Dutch denied. And the Hardys looking to double team Dutch with the team suplex. And the Righteous taken out of the equation for now. Matt Hardy calling for the deletion. Get to the midsection of Dutch. Looking for another twist of fate. And it might be over here. Well, Vincent grabbing Jeff Hardy's legs, preventing the ascent. Always looking for the Swanton Bomb. And Matt with the axe handle on the outside. Now Matt isolated with Dutch. Again, calling for his deletion. Get to the midsection. Delete, delete, delete. Twist of fate! At the fate's been spoken. Cover to the high. Oh, and Dutch kicks out. This is the most wrestling-looking deletion I've seen. Get to the midsection again, and another. Nope, denied the twist of fate. Push off the ropes, and what? Gosh! Black hole slam! And Dutch now crawling to the cover. Matt, though, going to the ropes here. There's definitely a different sort of extreme, to say the least, Brando. And Matt Hardy on the outside here. Of course, we've seen multiple times how much the Dome of Deletion have led to accomplishment for Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy in multiple identities. Dutch just teeing up against Matt here. Oh, the shoe. Honestly, who uses a shoe? Shoe to the head of Dutch right now. Clocking the man. Big right hands. Taking Dutch finally down. Matt Hardy literally taking his shoe off here to bring some sort of leverage to this equation. First time I've seen that before on a mount. And Matt Hardy and Dutch. Jeff Hardy and Vincent are nowhere to be found, by the way. Oh, man. And Matt pushed face first into the ring post here as the deletion continues. And I have no idea how far we progress here as the fight continues to unfold from the Hardy compound. What happens next? Stay tuned at this commercial break. Fuck this service. Oh, and the fight continues. We return back here to TNA Impact for the Righteous Deletion continues to unfold, and the fight continues to be underway here. Face first goes Vincent, Jeff Hardy, and Vincent crashing heads. And we got a flashback moment with Vincent witnessing a young Jeff Hardy doing defining stunts. Again, welcome back here, folks, to the Righteous Deletion. Welcome back to the Thursday Night Impact. They hit head so hard that the Righteous are literally looking at the Hardy's childhood. So they're inside their home in a bygone era. And we go back to present day as we see Dutch right now and referee Dale Spencer with Dutch looking for Matt Hardy as we have taken the fight outside and Matt from behind with the bulldog inside the pool. Wait, is that the... And Matt and Jeff right now with the righteous at a bonfire. Dan, you remember when I poisoned you? What the hell? Remember he bashed my brains in? It's like they're looking back as if, oh, it's all sunshine and rainbows. Nothing happened. This is an alternate timeline, I guess. Just laughing about it. Honestly, they might be doing this, honestly, behind the scenes. Speaking of Wicked Garden, without you and the Wicked Garden, we would not be who we are now. And fade away, obsolete, a little bit of a campfire sing-along. What the hell is happening? In a world where the tainted flower can take you back to a bygone life, you have entered the Hardy compound. What? Obsolete. Dead. You died. Doc? That's some heavy news. You got a cigarette? The kid's the doctor now? Oh, wait, is that Maxwell? Oh, Vincent died. Okay, so he drowned. I guess what would Dutch be without his partner is basically what we're seeing here. And Vincent poisoning Dutch with a poison flower in a flashback. Feeling is absolutely orgasmic. As Dutch brought inside the ring, and there's Rebby and the Hardy's kids teeing off against Dutch here. The worst babysitter ever, it looks like. Hardy's disperse. Queen Rebecca hoisting up Dutch with her own twist of fate. Twist of time is what that's like. Good grief, what a wicked witch. Oh, wait, I forgot the little girl. And blasting confetti. Okay, so this is turned to... Is this the Hardy's... what's the word I'm looking for? Rehearsal for Stranger Things Season 4? Oh, look, a barbed wire baseball bat. There's a barbed wire baseball bat! Look at what we have here. He's not dead yet. It's Pitch City. What the hell does that mean? And where's Jeff? Meeny, meeny, miny. Well, what a way to choose people. And Matt Hardy boiling away and Dutch is awake somewhere else. Oh, he got his sunglasses back. That's good. What? Oh, no. Yeah, that's Willow behind you. I recognize that black and white umbrella anywhere. This is definitely the most bizarre Hardy compound match yet. Willow! Welcome to the Imagination. The righteous deletion, my friend. Umbrella in the midsection. A child with the Umaga shirt. Oh! What the hell is that? It's a black light tube? Oh, jeez. Or a wind chime? I'm not sure what the hell he's smashing over his back. Yeah, I remember Willow in a bygone life. We love, we hate, we die, we cry. The definition of deranged making Joaquin Phoenix look like a saint. As we're still inside the pool now, and Queen Rebecca is playing the piano. Looks like Dutch is almost drowning as he finally comes to light. And Matt Hardy's gone again. Meanwhile, Jeff Hardy and Vincent on the edge of no return. Or so it looks like. And Vincent and Jeff Hardy. I have no idea what the referee is or where Matt Hardy is, folks. I have no idea what's going on. This match needs to be in every wrestling video game. I don't think a video game would do this match justice or enough imagination, Brando. DDT on the grass. Then Vincent right now. There's only one thing about the Hardy compound. Is beautiful fireworks. And Vincent with a cannon. Uh-oh. And Matt Hardy preventing Vincent from shooting Jeff Hardy with a cannon firework to the back. And we have the referee in play now in a 2-on-1 assault here. If Fourth already passed, Brando, that was freaking 19 days ago. The Dutch, where the hell he come from? Now Dutch back in the fight. And we have all 5 men, the 2 teams fighting over the TNA Tag Team Championships and referee Dale Spencer. Look what I found. What is that? Beaded necklace with a bag? The Hardys, though. Uh-oh. And Vincent might have a shootout here. 4-way firework fight. We're blasting off again on the Hardy compound here as the fireworks go flying on opposite sides. I can't see anything with this smoke, though. I'm surprised neither man has shot each other yet in the eye. These fans are just blazing with glory. But doesn't blaze closer to victory here. And the Hardys falling over. And it looks like the Righteous might have shot them. Judge, what you say we finish this? We finish what we started. And Jeff Hardy now being held down by Dutch. And it looks like that Jeff's going to be fed that tainted flower again. Instead, Matt Hardy getting fed the tainted flower that you remember from the Righteous Garden. That poison, or whatever it's called. Toxic chemical bundle. As Matt Hardy's foam at the mouth. The whole definition of Rosebud, a different conversation. It's saying, well, be a real shame. You fell in the lake. Wait a minute, lake. No, Dutch or Vincent, that's not a good idea. You don't want to throw the Hardys into that lake. If you follow the Hardy compound lore, you know what that lake is. And right now, Dutch and Vincent dragging the Hardys away into the lake and driving them down face first. Burial at sea. Except not. Goats? What the hell is this? New incarnation? Well, yeah, like a reincarnation. Okay. Man, Jeff's saying I need another. Jeff's saying I need another goat. Going back in, face first. Oh, what is now happening? The real champ! Oh, fuck no! Immortal Jeff Hardy with the Immortal TNA Championship? Hell no! I did not need to see that again. That freaking drugged out, whacked out buffoon. Just driving that cursed Hardy Championship across the Righteous' head. Adorned in an all-white suit. Only enigmatic of an era that was better off left forgotten on dark side of the ring. And now a bulldozer. Are they really looking to bury the Righteous? Now, wait a minute. Just lifting it high as possible. And Jeff Hardy, what the hell? as Matt Hardy holds Dutch in place and Jeff inside the mouth of that high-raised bulldozer. Looking down, Swanton bomb through 2 tables! And Dutch able to keep the ref counts but cover. The Hardys retain the tag team championships as the Righteous are deleted. Now they must be cleansed. Wait, what? Now the Hardys dragging the Righteous into the lake. Face first goes Vincent and Dutch. What the hell does that mean? This marks a new chapter for the Hardys. For the Hardys are forever. And some. And end scene. Well, from the broken universe back to this realm of reality, the Righteous forever deleted and cleansed League of Reincarnation. Still to come tonight, the TNA World Championship is on the line as Nemeth defends against Nevarro. What the fuck did I just witness? But coming up next, we'll go back to knockout sessions. The Spark, Jada Stone, looks to show you can beat the system. She takes on Alisha Edwards after this commercial break. Fuck this service. And where's my mind? Jeez. And welcome back here to TNA Impact as we see Jason Hotch going backstage to management office. However, Leon Slater's trying to stop it as Mustafa Ali says that this is a joke. We need a real challenger. And it looks like Jason Hotch might be getting a little bit of a pep talk by a former X Division champion. I voted for you because everyone can see it. This is Jason Hotch's time. Don't listen to Mustafa Ali. It's your time. And the only person your way right now is you. You got this, man. Jason Hotch has a lot to figure about here. Does he go against his leader's orders? Does democracy prevail over dictatorship? And it looks like Mustafa Ali is calling Jason Hotch to confirm. Glad you call. Yeah. Interesting. Somebody calling Jason Hotch. I wonder who that could be. Let's go down to Mackenzie Mitchell for our next match, though. Oy, my brain is in all sorts of weirdness right now and confusion. Hopefully this match will restore a little bit of that with Jada Spark making easy work of Alisha Edwards. And the fact of the matter that a leader should want others to step up, be about the nation, not about dictation. I think Jason Hotch is more than ready to show how great he can be in becoming TNA National Champion. Again, the roster believes in him. Why can't Mustafa Ali? That being said, what I don't believe is the system as we get ready for our last quarterfinals match here, Alisha Edwards, who has yet to hold any singles gold, long-standing knockout here since 2017, alongside ride or die partner Eddie Edwards, looks to take the first step closer towards making history. Of course, the Spark Jada Stone, last time we saw her was a wild mixed tag team feud with the Order 4 and Mustafa Ali and Tasha Steelz of the Order 4. Spark Jada Stone, you might remember her work, of course, down in Texas alongside Maya World, where they were known as We Are the Spark of the World. We've also seen Jada Stone compete in Spark Joshi against Hazuki for the Spark Joshi Championship. Now Jada Stone looking to firecracker her way towards history as she looks for her first piece of gold here in TNA. Of course, still very short tenured here in TNA Wrestling. This will be our first time ever one-on-one matchup, though. Let's go, Jada Stone! This Spark's got a hell of a wick to her, I will say that. One of the brightest points here in TNA Wrestling's Knockouts division this generation, without a doubt, in my opinion, has been Jada Stone. The first time that Jada Stone was involved in the ring with Alisha Edwards was back in 2024 on Explosion in a tag bout where Masha and Alisha were able to get the better of Jada Stone and Shazza McKenzie that night. Took 7 minutes. As we saw earlier, if we go the 10-minute time limit, both women will be eliminated, and that does mean that Jody Fret would get a bye automatically into the semifinals. Clearly, we know that neither woman's looking for that. And Jada Stone is aware of the threat that Eddie Edwards imposed on the outside as we are underway. Yeah, about to say Alisha Edwards doing more jaw-jacking than wrestling. That's nothing new, though, for that freaking loudmouth of the system. Propaganda machine is what she is. And right now, Jada Stone here, bucking up to Alisha Edwards. Alisha having none of it here. Jada Stone, though, not looking to be a stepping stone when it comes to the system's quality assurance. In other words, globally dominating TNA ring. Nice kip up after the hair whip. And again, you don't whip a woman by her braids. That's not a smart move. One of the hardest workers during this past WrestleMania weekend in Las Vegas, Jada Stone, competed on multiple show fronts. Nice Matrix escape. Take over Rana. I mean, it's only a matter of time for people that we've seen recently arrive here in TNA, like Jada Stone, like Elayna Black, like Indy Hartwell, actually getting gold here in TNA Wrestling. Look at Zaya Brookside. In the span of literally, under 2 years, now she freaking holds the TNA Knockouts World Championship. Nice standing moonsault into the cover, hook on the far leg, back press, and gets a 2 count. The Edwards kicks out desperately and goes to the outside to her man to try and once again regain advantage. Again, folks, after the night, we have number quarterfinals. Next week, we will get Indy Hartwell versus Viekel. And in 2 weeks, we will get Mara Sade versus Heather by Elegance. Since M by Elegance got an automatic bye into the semifinals, she automatically will not be involved in in-ring action until that time. Almost giving her a 2-week break. Now Jada Stone up to the top rope. Look at a soar high cross body, wiping out Eddie Edwards. Alisha Edwards, from behind with a cheap shot. As the only way Alisha Edwards could find any sort of advantage inside a TNA ring is by her husband's hand. And we see how much that has come into play here for her advantage. Again, folks, here's the updated bracket for you. Now, Alisha, the cover gets a 1 count. Again, every tournament matchup has a 10-minute time limit. If it goes to a draw, we will literally have both women eliminated, as we witnessed earlier tonight. And Alisha Edwards right now, big slap right across the chest of Jada Stone. I'm still so upset about that last match. Elayna Black was like my #1 pick to win this. And of course, still to come tonight, our main event for the TNA World Championship. Nick Nemeth will defend the gold against Nevarro. Nice power slam, messy landing with the far leg. Gets a 2 count though for Alisha Edwards here. The only good Edwards in this business is Aubrey Edwards. And she's retired as a competitor. Now hammerlock of the arm across the second rope and trying to lock the braids of Jada Stone across the second rope. Alisha right now, mind the referee, she has till 5. You wish you were Bryan Danielson. Or Brie Bella for that matter. The fact that Brie Bella is more successful than Alisha Edwards, that's just a wild statistic. But it's accurate. And of course, you hear Eddie Edwards just barking away at Jada Stone, trying to get inside her head. Eddie Edwards basically, again, literally the pioneer of this new version of the system. And right now, Jada Stone getting the better of Alisha Edwards here. And again, falling through the short-range clothesline. Stuck underneath, though. Went for the snapmare. Handstand escape by the Spark. Very impressive. Holding her own. And, oh, man! Rebound kick off the top rope. And now Jada Stone sees Alisha Edwards in the drop zone here. Sense of urgency. Split leg moonsault lands! Cover! Back press! Put the both legs! Kick out 2. Damn it! By Alisha Edwards. Great resilience being shown here. About to say, that split leg of moonsault. Shout out to Johnny Impact there. Shades of Starship Pain. Now up in the fireman's carry. Elbows to the side of the head, though. And Jada Stone right now. Again, opportunity here being taken by Alisha Edwards. Oh! D-Lich cover! Kick out at 2. That freaking flatliner, Russian leg sweep, everyone to call it, the D-Lich nearly punched Alisha Edwards' ticket in the quarterfinals. And right now, you got one of Alisha Edwards, sense desperation here. Eddie Edwards barking at ringside saying, you got this, and might be looking to say game over. Double underhook denied. Oh, man, what a slap. Off the ropes. Big super kick by Jada Stone. Rocks Alisha. And now Jada Stone on the move. Handspring. Oh, come on! Eddie Edwards taking the hands out from underneath Jada. And now Alisha trying to bet. You gotta be fucking kidding me here. Double underhook. Wait a minute. Jackknife takeover. Cover. Jada. Get your heart out, Eddie Edwards. A sudden counter pinning takeover. Jackknife cover. Jada Stone is in the quarterfinals. Alisha Edwards not happy, though. Jada Stone now, of course, advancing now, and Alisha Edwards back on the attack after the fact right now, as the system has once again been embarrassed, and it's been proven you can beat them, but you may not look like a winner afterwards here. And Jada Stone still trying to fap a little against Alisha Edwards here, teeing off for everything she's worth. The Irish whip, Alisha south of the ropes, and Eddie Edwards saving his wife from harm. The ride or die duo here, losing out tonight. Suck it, Eddie Edwards. The system fails. Jada Stone is in the quarterfinals and will face Jody Threat. Alisha Edwards eliminated as we take a look at the updated bracket. Again, folks, as you see, we only have 7 people in the quarterfinals as Ember Elegance automatically advance. Jada Stone will take on Jody Threat. Mara Sunday will take on Heather by Elegance. And next week, Indy Hartwell will take on Fia Hale. And of course, the winner of that match will take on M by Elegance in the semifinals. We continue forward in the first ever knockouts Television Championship Tournament. As all these knockouts are doing everything they can in this first time ever opportunity, coming up next might be a literal all or nothing opportunity. As the wanted man Nick Nemeth says, I got this by myself. Nick Nemeth defends the TNA World Championship against Nevarro after TNA comes back from this commercial break. Fuck this service. And we are back here at TNA Impact. We talk about all the initiative here with Mustafa Ali in the Order 4. And Mustafa Ali saying, I need a moment, Mr. Hodge, please. I asked you just did you do it? I'm ready to Leon. And you kind of assure me that this is good. Jason Hodge said, I hear you, but then I talked to my wife. Oh, she kind of showed me everything I've gone through. I deserve something like this. It's not fair to me looking out for me. It's fair looking out for me and my family. Too bad the bottom together. Respectfully, I can't wait to bring them to the top with me. I think it's time. So with all due respect, Jason Hodge, I'll see you next week. Jason Hodge will not be denied what the TNA roster voted for him tonight. Jason Hodge will see Mustafa Ali for the TNA International Championship. Again, behind every great man is a better woman. Always listen to your wife. Simple as that, apparently. Jason Hodge getting the inspiration he needs as we look towards the tail of the tape at our main event, the TNA World Championship. Nick Nemeth, of course, has the height and weight advantage and is, of course, a two-time TNA World Champion. As Casey Nevarro, 5 foot 675 pounds, known as the blessing in disguise as his finisher, the same finisher that beat the Timu Nemeth, Ryan Nemeth, is looking for his first TNA World Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, on a night where the righteous were deleted and cleansed in the lake of reincarnation, Elayna Black and Wendy Choo have both been eliminated from this tournament, and M by Elegance is automatically advanced due to the 10-minute time limit. And we also just saw Alisha Edwards thankfully lose, and Jada Stone will take on Jody Friend in the semifinals. We have 7 now involved in the quarterfinals and 1 semifinalist. We also heard the TNA roster has spoken. The vote has been given to Jason Hodge, who will be challenging Mustafa Ali, seems next week, for the TNA International Championship. It all comes down to this. It is now time for our main event, as I once again want to thank all of you for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, comment, and tell a friend. Hope you all enjoyed this. Continue following along with us in all watch-along coverage of the inaugural TNA Naga Sojin tournament. As the TNA World Championship is on the line, Nick Nemeth looks to defend the gold and remove Casey Nevarro from his existence once and for all. As the wanted man says he can do this by himself, but we know how thicker blood is, as the proverbial saying goes. It is time now for our main event for the TNA World Championship. The two-time TNA World Champion, of course, that was able to take Mike Santana into the danger zone and into the Fed world, as we saw this past Tuesday on NXT at Slammiversary. One of the best to do it in the ring that always says, I'm that damn good. At one point, Casey Nevarro wanted to be like Nick Nemeth, asked to literally be trained by him, mentored by him. But Nick Nemeth says, you're not even worthy of being in my shadow. So I'll tell you what, kid, I'll give you this opportunity only if, after I win, you remove my number from your phone. You stay out of my shadow. You stay out of my life. And I never have to deal with you again. This is our main event for Casey Nevarro. It is all or nothing. For the wanted man is to remove Casey Nevarro from his existence. As we go down to Mackenzie Mitchell for our main event introductions. One fall. Semi-decent big fight field. Casey Nevarro, for those that don't know, by the way, has been involved in this game for 11 years and has been highly accomplished in his young career. Former Warrior Wrestling champion, former House of Glory Cruiserweight champion 2 times over, and former CCW World Champion. Everyone knows the wanted man, Nick Nemeth, formerly known as Dolph Ziggler, now our 2-time TNA World Champion. This will be his first defense after holding the gold for 25 days. He's been involved in this game, though, now for 21 years. Heavily accomplished, former WWE superstar, but that doesn't fucking matter, as, again, he came to TNA to start over as Nick Nemeth and has done things his own way. It's for the richest prize in TNA. The TNA World title is on the line. Next, after this commercial break. Fuck this service. welcome back in here, folks. Officially to TNA Wrestling, TNA Thursday Night Impact, as we are back here finally in our main event here. Nevarro puts everything on the line for a first against someone he once called his idol, his hero, his mentor, his biggest role model, the wanted man, Nick Nemeth, in a first time ever one-on-one encounter after being excommunicated from Nick Nemeth's life 2 weeks ago after beating the Timu Nemeth, Ryan Nemeth. Nearly Nick Nemeth reminding him again what this is about. Oh, it's vicious slap to the face. Nick Nemeth saying that you don't belong here. Oh, super kick! And then I'll be able to counter with the leg! Oh, almost had a new champion! Suddenly caught him almost off guard there. Another big roll up here. Get a 2 count. And Nevarro right now clicking fast. He roll up again on the one man. Gets another 2 count here on the champion. Oh, man, a big elbow just clocked him. That's all it takes for Nick Nemeth to regain control here. What a nice shot, though, right at the beginning, right, Brando? Good grief. Thank you. Shout out to Brando, by the way. Awesome individual. Subscribe today, folks. Now Nick Nemeth right now, of course, has champion's advantage. Target on his hands to be a pinfall or submission inside the ring. Using the ring to his advantage, raking the eyes in case of Nevarro and stunning him across the second rope or choking him. Now drowning his boot, of course. Of course, the only way that Nevarro can win this title is via pinfall or submission inside the ring. Count disqualification means nothing. Big overhead strike, and of course, Nick Nemeth knows heavily how to exploit that. And Nick Nemeth saying it wasn't enough. You have one shot, you blew it. Okay, so Nevarro looking to push forward here. And again, Nick Nemeth, one shot below the belt. Picture perfect shot. Modified chop block right to the leg. That kick right to the left leg took out Nevarro's base. And again, Nick Nemeth saying, wasn't it fun? Pretend you belong in the ring with me. Oh! And now Nevarro trying to fight back, but again, all it takes is one shot. Nick Nemeth immediately back on the attack and back in the driver's seat, driving Casey back to the corner. I mean, it's one of those things when you literally have looked up to this man and he just literally looks only down upon you in negative grief and bullying. You only can take so much. Up and around, take over to Harris to the TNA World Champion. Now, Casey Nevarro once again running in with the uppercut, trying to push forward here, trying to prove Nick Nemeth wrong, all the doubters wrong, even himself wrong. Float over with the snapmare, follows through again, flies over the crossbody cover, lateral press kick out at 2 by Nick Nemeth. Casey Nevarro right now is looking to show exactly why he is here in TNA and why he should be part of the conversation, not the conversation. Okay, so Nevarro, though, looking to go on the attack with a topping suicida, driving the champion up the entranceway. And Nick Nemeth is down. There's no timeouts here in wrestling, Nick Nemeth. You should know that by now with how long you've been involved in this business. Critical opportunity here. Spread leg frog splash! Cover! 2! No! Somehow, some way, Nick Nemeth able to kick out. And about to say, Nick Nemeth throwing out all sorts here of how many 2 counts right now. The challenger's got an overhand slingshot. Uh-oh, able to scout it. Inside, rising knee strike was looking to go up and over prior with that slingshot DDT. Now turned inside with a neck breaker draped across the second rope. Hard landing back inside the ring. Just driving down Casey Nevarro, who came within a half a second a couple of times already for his first TNA World Championship. The hot start throwing the champion off guard here, but again, all it takes is one move, and Nick Nemeth once again back in control here. Baseball slide, drop kick to the outside, goes Casey Nevarro. Nick Nemeth flexing right now. For those that don't know, by the way, Casey Nevarro and Nick Nemeth have kind of been involved in one each other's business here in TNA wrestling, particularly when on opposite sides of the same side since the better part of 2024 last year, where Casey Nevarro was rolling alongside Flop Dollar. Last time these two faced each other one-on-one was not even in a TNA ring. It was back in 2025 at the New Hall City Havoc show event, of course, in Connecticut. This is their second ever one-on-one encounter. Case Nevarro, of course, Nick Nemeth earlier challenged the system this year for the TNA World Tag Team Championships as well. As the show-off looks to show bar he's perfect. It's the midsection, though. Case Nevarro, though, driving Nick Nemeth into the apron here. And again, the champion taking his challenger lightly. He's got a lot of moxie here, and Nick Nemeth should know that by now. You should always consider everybody a threat to you when it comes to the TNA World Champion. And another picture-perfect kick to that left leg. Yeah, Major taking overtime. Oh, and now Nick Nemeth just dissecting that leg, driving his boot into the pit of the patella and rearranging his ankle. Referee trying to bring the champion back inside the ring. And at this point, Nick Nemeth might be looking for a count out here. That was a nasty assault. Now just hung across the top rope, almost saying that was just an easy day at the office as he kisses Case Nevarro goodbye. And Franco still right now up to 4 as Case Nevarro just hobbles his way back inside, not looking to give Nick Nemeth any sort of chance to gloat at his expense. The pride of this young man. And right now, Nick Nemeth again, though, just teeing off here against Case Nevarro, who is just looking to do everything he can to fight back, but to no avail. And it's one of those things, though, where Case Nevarro basically just realized that he's learned what many people have learned, unfortunately, not only in this biz, but in this life. Be careful when you meet your heroes. Two-faced narcissists and egomaniacs, freaking snakes galore, plague this world. Get a rude awakening in what reality is, kid. Jumping down with the elbow strike, flexing, very like a lackadaisical cover by Nick Nemeth, and Case Nevarro gets the left shoulder up at 2. Nevarro, though, showing a lot of heart here. I give the young man a lot of credit. A hammerlock here. And of course, every match, whether you win or lose, is a learning experience. This is a very harsh lesson being demonstrated here by Nick Nemeth against Case Nevarro, trying to break this man's body, will, and spirit. Now working on the leg and working on the side of the head. Modified cravat here. Possible cross face. Case Nevarro trying to get leverage, get his body from underneath him. Oh, got the cover. Look at the far leg. Whoa! And Nick Nemeth nearly got caught there again. And another elbow catching Case Nevarro. Split-second margins of error, though, have been the difference in Case Nevarro becoming champion. Elbow drop, cover, 2 count again on Casey by Nick Nemeth. Now looking for the rear naked choke, sleeper hold applied, body grapevine, middle of the ring, trying to literally incapacitate Case Nevarro. Where again, if Case Nevarro loses, he had promised Nick Nemeth he will remove him from his life, delete his number from his phone, not follow him anymore, no longer be in his shadow. Can Case Nevarro win the big one here against his idol? Hanging in the balance tonight for the TNA World title. And right now, again, Nick Nemeth, body shot still by Case Nevarro, trying to break the grip, swinging a miss, and again, just ripped down by his hair. Whiplash effect. Head first goes Casey in the middle of the ring, grabbing the back of his head and neck. Every small little chance that Casey's gotten, all it's taken is one shot by Nick Nemeth to regain control here. And that goes back to the inexperience that Casey has in this level of TNA. Big splash in the corner. The Wanted Man showing off exactly why he is what he is. That damn good. Big splash. Oh, man. Bronco Buster on the second turnbuckle as Case Nevarro gets out of the way. Nevarro learning a little bit more than maybe Nick Nemeth expected actually from him. Up to a 2 count there, and Nick Nemeth, I don't know if he's having kids anymore or if he even has kids or wants to have kids. It's going to be pretty hard to do that after that. Need a little bit of ice below the belt now. And Case Nevarro right now flying in with the lariat, trying to prove exactly why he is the one that should be blessed to promise as TNA World Champion. Again, hobbling on one leg, running forward here. Of course, we saw Case Nevarro. Previous opportunities, every chance he's gotten, he's trying to make the best out of them, including for the X Division Championship just this past anniversary. Hoisted up and around, countering Nick Nemeth. Oh, Didi! Taking down the Bulldog, the counter back press, falling hook, and a 2 count without a vertical base. Very close call there again for Casey Nevarro. Half a second away from a new TNA World Champion here. Casey Nevarro going for broke here, going for gold, and literally putting everything on the line as, of course, hanging in the balance is the TNA World title. A title held by the likes of Sting, Bobby Roode, AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, sidestep, able to dodge the leg lariat. Schoolboy roll up by Casey Nevarro, deep hook, and gets a 2 count. Nevarro sniffs gold, and shoulder first into the rainbow. Nick Nemeth takes advantage. Deep roll up, he's got the tights in. 2 count by Nevarro. And again, picture perfect kick to that knee. Taking out the base, looking for the famous caught. Powerbomb counter! Matchbook cover! Kick out 2 by Nemeth again! Where the hell is Casey getting this from? If you're calling yourself the one to be blessed, you've already lived a blessed life. How much more blessed can you be than becoming the TNA World Champion at the expense of who you once called your greatest friend or mentor? Crowd chanting, this is awesome, and I agree. This is what TNA Wrestling was founded on. First time I'm seeing that here tonight, honestly. Well, Elayna Black and Wendy Choo was a great match, but that 10-minute thing was bullcrap. And of course, Casey Nevarro talking about in this business, you lose sometimes, you win sometimes, but you have to give and give and give for everything you want. Powerbomb counter, victory roll, cover, 2, reversal by Nemeth, cover, 2, deep hook on the far left leg, it's a 2 count again. Casey able to escape. Nevarro, cover, back press up the far leg, kick out 2.5 by Nemeth. Damn. Pulling a move out of the champion's playbook. And that's how far Casey Nevarro is willing to go. Casey Nevarro on the doorstep to the ultimate glory, to self-made redemption, to the TNA World Championship. Got him. And ran face first to that super kick. Nemeth falls the cover, hooked in their leg. A kick out 2 by Casey Nevarro again. Somehow Casey is still alive in this. Holy hell. Look at this. Bam! Full throttle. Face first into that super kick. That should have been a show-stopping move. Nick Nemeth got all of that. But somehow Casey Nevarro is still alive. And it's being pushed out to his limits right now. 2 sides of the same coin, it feels like. You would think you're looking at Dolph Ziggler in a bygone life through Casey Nevarro. And again, just the pie-face and insults by Nick Nemeth might have only instigated. To screw you! Back drop kick to the back of Nick Nemeth to him silence off that slap. Now Casey Nevarro up and over. 305! Following through. Oh my God! Kick out by Nemeth! What a shot and a shout out to a man that was a huge influence on Casey Nevarro's life. TNA Hall of Famer, Amazing Red. Nevarro is proving why he's in the bloodline, proving why he belongs in the conversation. Up and around. Drop face first into the danger zone. That's gotta be a cover. 2, and Nick Nemeth retains the TNA World Championship. It was fast, it was furious, it was high-octane, total non-stop action, driven confidence and courtesy of the blessed one, Casey Nevarro, while Nick Nemeth is still the TNA World Championship. You got to give Casey Nevarro some credit there. That was a damn strong, gutsy effort. Let me take a look back at the end stretch here. Looking for a shout out with Amazing Red, a beautiful cold red, but didn't cover both shoulders. And then was looking for maybe a running Spicoli driver sliced bread instead. Got countered face first in the canvas. And as soon as Nick Nemeth saw a shot, he took him in the danger zone and retained the TNA World Championship. Bottom line, Nevarro belongs in TNA, but for now, he does not belong in the spotlight that Nick Nemeth possesses. Nick Nemeth, the wanted man, still the face of TNA, still TNA World Champion. And for Nevarro, it's a heartbreaking ending and what could have been a Cinderella story. Can anyone defeat the wanted man? We'll have to stay tuned in the coming weeks here on TNA Impact. But for right now, I thank all of you for tuning in as always here at the Super Reliable Studios. Hope to see you in less than half an hour for simply predicting AEW Redemption. Will the Blood Swan be one day redeemed? We'll have to wait and see. But for now, I am the Seminole Foster. This has been TNA Thursday Night Impact. And until the next time we are on your YouTube feed or in your X screen, make a positive impact in life and have a good night. Thanks for tuning in.